What's up? So finally I was able to do this. I was able to have a client that comes on board and be able to track their results from scratch, running the ads from the very beginning, day one, all the way out to day 42, using CBO, account simplification, auto advanced matching, and the strategies that we use to run campaigns, and they work especially well for e-commerce clients that are trying to sell goods online. So it's acquisition, it's re-engagement, it's retargeting, it's retention, it's creative testing, all this stuff that I usually continually talk about in these videos. We tracked it from day one all the way through to day 42. We did roughly a little bit more than 18,000 in revenue with a 4.43 return on ad spend. Super cool to see all this stuff go from scratch all the way out through 42 days. Watch this video, check it out. If you like it, share it with your friends. But come on, let's see what we did. What's up, y'all? Alright, I'm doing something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I've been asked a couple times to do, but I just flat out don't ever have the time to do it because, for one, it requires recording a lot of content, which is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna take these things off, which is a pain in the ass. And for another, it requires doing it consistently every day for 30 days. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record. We had a client come on recently, and they haven't been running ads for like, I don't know, I have to look in their ad account, and I'll show all this stuff on my video when I start going into this more. But I know they haven't ran ads like all Q4, and so we're coming in here in January and we're going to be running these ads, and we're going to see the results that we get from launching, and you'll see that I'm sure we'll start getting data back that's not great. I'm gonna show that. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna show all that stuff. I'm gonna show any kinds of maybe errors that we've made on our part. I'm gonna show really just literally, aside from the targeting really, because I don't want to give away everything on it, but aside from the targeting and aside from like the exact specific creative, I'm gonna show you everything that I'm doing, and really more mainly what is most important from pulling from what I'm about to embark on for the next 30 days, day after day after day to show, is that the structure of how we're setting up our CBO campaigns and just how we set up our campaigns in general. I've talked about it a lot on our Facebook page, and setting up our campaigns, it is we set it up in 4 types of campaign structures, and then we usually have 2 kind of straggler campaigns. The 4 main campaigns that we have are our acquisition for cold traffic prospecting, our re-engagement where we re-engage those cold traffic prospectors, our retargeting ads where we're trying to get people across the finish line who have showed any kind of intent or interest and went to the website and looked, and then last but not least is our retention, which is one that a lot of agencies and companies and brands and everybody forgets because we get so consumed with hunting down these cold traffic prospects and retargeting. A lot of people forget to do the retention campaigns. We used to ourselves. So what was I? The other 2. Sorry, my brain's everywhere today. The other 2 campaigns that I mentioned, one of those is a creative testing campaign where we test our creative and try and figure out what's going to be the best one that's going to come out so that we can migrate those into any of those other 4 main campaign structures that we've got. And then like a promotional campaign. Everybody's different. I mean, I swear, if you can watch 10 people set up campaigns, and they will have 10 different kinds of strategy. I mean, everybody kind of follows somewhat of the same strategy, but like everybody's got a fingerprint in that everybody sets their things up different. Like you might have a bunch of people use expanded interest. You might have a bunch of people that only use collection. Like everybody's different, but the main structure of what I'm talking about, it works, and it works consistently over and over. So that comes out to be about six campaigns. Again, acquisition, cold traffic prospecting, re-engagement, retargeting, retention, and then we've got our creative testing, and then our promotional campaigns, where the promotional campaigns, that's where if it's like Halloween, you'll run a campaign because you don't want to necessarily pull it in to your main ad account structure. because it's going to screw up everything else that you've got in there already going. And the campaigns have learned the ad sets, and the ad sets have learned the ads. Things are performing well. Don't go and just throw a bomb inside of your ad sets or inside of your ads. That's why we do it, and we exclude it from our normal main campaigns. But I'm going to show setting all this stuff up. I'm not going to do the walkthrough of setting everything up. I'm going to set it all up, and then I'll do every day. I'll just pop on. And I'm going to be trying really try and be good at making sure I'm doing this on like a daily basis to like kind of like check in. Some days I might probably do it like in the morning or something, and I'll say, hey, here's the stats from yesterday, and here we are today, or something like that. I don't know, but I'm gonna do my best to do this every day for 30 days, and we'll see what we end up at for ROAS at the end, and how much revenue is generated. This is an e-commerce client. They have a Shopify store. So that's a little bit of context for you. This is a brand that's an established brand. It's not like a dropship. This is a company that's been around since like, I don't know, like some late 2000s, something like that. So it's a brand with page likes and presence online. So I don't want any kind of context of thinking, okay, you're showing me a video and you're acting like it's like some store that was just set up and you're doing these magical. That's not the case. I want the context to be correct so that you can have an understanding of where all this stuff is, and because there's already too much like fakery in the e-commerce space of people doing like bogus numbers and all that shit. Anyways, so hopefully this stuff goes well, because I'm recording it every day and we're gonna post all this stuff when the numbers come out. I'm sure I'm going to have shitty days, and I'm hopeful that we're going to have good days. But really, I'm hammering home the campaign structure, and I just think it would be cool. I've been wanting to do this for a while, do a video that's like legitimate, like 30 days, like, okay, here's today, here's today, here's today, here's today, and just to see what it looks like at the end. And I think it'll be beneficial for a lot of people, and just how they're going to set up and approach their campaigns and what they do. And if this helps you out, then cool. Literally everything I've learned from watching YouTube videos from other people. Maybe some of you who are watching it, I've watched your stuff, and it's a community. We all learn from each other. The moment you stop becoming a student in this game is the moment you lose. I am always learning something new, and I'm never above learning something new. That's what makes this space so fun, is that you learn on your own time and you get good on your own time. And it's like golf. Like you can be as good as you want to be. Like, how much time do you want to put in to the self-education and the research and figuring stuff out? That's why I put this stuff out, so that y'all could hopefully learn some good stuff, because nothing is worse than investing the time in watching a video and like you're like 2 minutes in, you're like, okay, this is just like a bunch of bullshit. This guy's stupid. Why am I watching? God, and that's annoying, and it makes you not want to watch other videos. So, all right, I'm cutting it there. Hopefully, y'all get some good stuff from this. I'll post I think I'll do maybe screen, like I don't know, maybe Zoom or something, so that I can do like a screen recording, and then I'll blur out, of course, the pertinent information, just for safety and precaution. You'll see our agency as the profile on there. And all the normal stuff you would see, but of course want to blur the stuff out that is proprietary and whatnot. Anyways, that's it. Welcome to this journey, and you'll see the results, and I'll make this video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, see y'all. Okay, so it's late and I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go to bed after doing this. So I'm going to keep these brief, these videos, when I go through like every day's results. I don't want to get too lost in the weeds, or else this is going to be an extremely long video. You're not going to want to watch it. I'm not going to want to record these every day, so I'm going to keep it super brief, and just like the meat and potatoes of everything. So I've set my campaigns up. I've got our acquisition, our re-engagement, our retargeting, retention, and creative testing. Don't have a promotional kind of campaign set up just yet. We might run something for Valentine's Day. I'm not sure just yet if we will, since it is kind of new, but I don't know. I'll see how I feel on it. I did set up, however, a one-day retargeting purchase ad. This is going to be like a catalog. One day, just hammer everybody that's been to the website and viewed content in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to be running that. Limited budget, but the entire budget for all this stuff on a daily basis is around $80. If things go well, or if we need to spend a little bit more, it's there. But so the campaign, all of them, the total ad spend available is $80 per day. So we'll try and make it work, and we'll try and get some good ROAS out of this. And I appreciate y'all for joining on this little journey. It is super late, and I'm ready to go to bed. So we'll see how this stuff goes, and I'll be checking in daily. What's up, y'all? Okay, so you're going to kill me, but I did not have the chance to do my recordings like I was trying to do. So I might just end up like pushing out this experiment as I'm documenting. It pisses me off because I wanted to document this stuff like as much as possible, and how everything did numbers wise over and over and over. Let me pull this over a bit. Just so that like you could see how things like are progressing and growing. But again, it's like it's already it's Valentine's Day, and just wrapped up with taking my wife and my daughter out and all that good stuff, and I'm checking numbers, and so here we are on the 14th already, and I started this on like the 29th, I think, or something of January, so I'm like 2 weeks behind on doing this. But all right. What I'm gonna do is just like I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna go back in these campaigns in time wise. I'm trying to widen this up a little bit more so I can get more of this here on the screen. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, so I'll be over here in the corner. Don't mind me. Move this over here. Okay, so here, I'll just put myself right here. All right, so let me just, and this is for the 14th. We did not run Valentine's Day ad or anything like that. I know that I mentioned I might. I decided against it. Didn't want to. The budget's increased slightly from $80 a day. We're up to about like 103 right now. Doing really well today. 5.33, but I've had some ups and downs throughout this. So let's just go back to the 29th. I think, yeah, it's the day that we started this stuff. 30th, maybe we started. I'm losing my mind. Okay, yeah, so we started on the 29th. I'll go back actually. What is it? October, September through October. Yeah, I mean you can see that there's not. I mean there's just like nothing running. 30th. I don't know why I'm losing my mind. 30th. Okay, so 30th. So the 29th I set all this stuff up. The 30th was the next calendar day that things started finally moving along and running. My main acquisition, as you can see here, I mean this is like acquisition, re-engagement, my retargeting down here, retention, but you can see the numbers kind of trickling down. So day one, break into it. Here's day one. I thought I had 2 sales. So no sales the first day, $22 in ad spend, 5 ads to cart. January 31st. January 31st. Looks like things are all, or were all finally clicking and moving along. All good stuff. $88 in ad spend, 12.23 ROAS, so super high. My guess is, again, y'all, this is like, I can't stress the context enough. This is a brand. This isn't just some dropship store and holy shit, you got 12 ROAS like on set. This is a store. It's in existence. So naturally, when you start this stuff up, you're gonna have some people that are just like floating around waiting to get snapped up by Facebook's pixel as a purchase conversion. This always happens for the most part when you reactivate a brand. They've got purchase conversions at the cream of the crop. They scoop that up off the top, and then as a pixel has to keep working more hard. Is that a double entendre or whatever they say? As a pixel has to work more difficultly or just work harder. I don't know what it is. This ROAS starts to drop, so that's not for sure not normal. February 1st. ROAS dropped to 4.63, $94 spent, 438. You can see we're still getting some retargeting sales, but the acquisition campaign or re-engagement campaign didn't get much. February 2nd, 8.3 ROAS. $753 in sales from $90 spent. I'll pull up the time frames of the dates where it's like a 7-week kind of window, so we can look at like a more stable number, not like on a day by day. February 3rd, 7.9, $710 revenue off of $88 spent. Getting some more off the re-engagement and the acquisition campaign. That one-day retargeting campaign I was talking about did do pretty damn well, looks like. And I might just explore that campaign a little bit more with y'all. It might be helpful for you to see that. February 4th, 5.12, $445 in revenue, $86 spent. There's the numbers over here. February 5th, 10.92 in ROAS, $1,100 generated off $100 in ad spend. Some good campaigns going. Like I say, this campaign ad structure, it does tend to work pretty damn well. And 2.63 on February 6th. So like I said, I mean, we're going to always have these down days. I don't know. For me, that there's like days of 5x ROAS. Like, I mean, that's I don't know, man. That's not sustainable to me in a lot of cases, especially as you continue to scale. I still think, not as a pat on the back, but I still think that I'm scooping up a lot of conversions that are just waiting to be had, because I mean it's been so long since this company was running ads. February 7th, we did 5.8, so about $600 off $100 in ad spend. What I want to see most is the acquisition campaign doing well, and then it's kind of like all roads lead to Rome. Everything else will start doing better when the acquisition campaign's doing really well. Here's 0.97, so $98 generated for that day, February 8th, off of $102 in ad spend. And the very next day, a 9.43. $98 in ad spend, $924 generated. February 10th, 0.78. $97.41 in ad spend, $75 generated. Woohoo! February 11th, 2.94, $292 generated off of $99 in ad spend. February 12th, 3.6, $393 generated off of $100 in ad spend. February 13th, 0.5. Isn't that weird? It's like you go from these days of like 0.5, 0.97, and then it's like a 10x ROAS. It's just like stupid. It's so annoying that stuff and dealing with that, especially when your clients are like, amazing day, awesome, and then it's like, you hit the 0.5 the very next day, and it's like, hey, what's happening with the Facebook ads? It's like we were doing really well, and now it's like, and then we get like another day of like 9 ROAS. Is like whatever's working, awesome. And we're like, we're trying to keep it up. Like, I mean, we're doing the same shit we've been doing. We're just having really fucking good days and really fucking bad days, like that. $55 generated off of 100 in ad spend. And then, of course, Valentine's Day. So $103 in ad spend, $549 generated, which is where we're at today. Let me refresh it once. So that's where we're at. Again, my apologies on not doing this stuff consistently, like I literally committed to doing. I'm going to try and figure this out to like do it like tomorrow, February 15th. The 16th, the 17th, on and on, and we'll keep it more consistent. I'm committing to doing that. Let me go back and look at so for the 14th, or no, the 29th through the 14th. So total since starting this campaign on the 14th, we're not a month in yet. We're kind of getting there. 1,494 in ad spend. 5.2 ROAS, 7,700 generated. Our cost per purchase on the acquisition campaign, $19. Re-engagement, 11. That's what you like to see, lower and lower and lower consistently. Retargeting, $6, and then our retention campaign, $10.81. Creative testing is finally clicking and testing some stuff in there with dynamic creative. And $324 for the 1 day retargeting. Let me look on a last 7 days. Last 7 days, 3.39. And then we'll do the 7 days before that. It's almost actually not even worth looking. It's probably going to be a big number. Yeah, 7.13. That's, I don't know. I wouldn't even really. I wouldn't consider that like anything, just because there's so many conversions that were just waiting to happen, and we're scooping them up. So what do we got here? So we started the 29th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 7. So we've got about like 13 days left on this like little experiment to be able to document on. So like last 7 days, if I look at that, what I'll probably start diving into a little bit more is the creative testing and trying to figure out how we can get some better creative in, because it looks like a lot of this creative testing is just it's not doing well. I want to see the click-through rates higher. I want to see more purchases coming out of it. We're testing our retargeting campaigns and then our prospecting, because we don't want to have like a retargeting in the same kind of campaign as our. I'm sorry, we don't want to have retargeting in like the same ad set as our prospecting campaigns. That's why I break them up. The 1 day campaigns, like I was mentioning and talking about right here, they always, like damn near always do really well. Last 7 days, 12.34 ROAS, super good. I'm going to open this up. Hopefully it doesn't show anything I have to block and blur out. We're using the kit product set that generates that product feed from Shopify. So we're targeting everybody who viewed content or added to cart but did not purchase in the last day. Automatic placement. And right here, we're going for impressions. So, just so you can see that. Just to get as many impressions on people as possible. And, if they're in our funnel, we're retargeting them in the last one day. We're going to hammer it home and usually do pretty damn well. So, that's that. Okay, guys and girls, I'll promise I will update this stuff like way better for you. Tomorrow, the 15th, I'll do one at the end of the day. I hope I don't say that and don't do it for another week. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit to doing it. The 15th tomorrow. So I'll get that done, and we'll just continue keeping on. And after I post this video, you'll be able to see all this stuff and the numbers and the journey or whatever. And post your comments, ask your questions that you want answers on, whatever. I'm just posting this stuff to I don't know, show how I set things up, and that usually does a pretty good job. Like I said, acquisition, re-engagement, retargeting, retention, creative testing, and then you have one kind of promo campaign. But here in this case, I did say I was going to do the one-day retargeting, and that's what I did because I just had a feeling it would do really well. And last 14 days, it has done well. So, I'm so exhausted. If you can't hear it in my voice. Yeah, 25x. Okay, cool. So, anyways, until next time, tomorrow, I'll be back here again. February 15th is a wrap. We had 6 sales generated today from the ads. I'd like to see our acquisition campaign generating a bit more purchases, because this 50.9 is kind of ridiculous. We did a 3.85 return on ad spend, so $411 generated off 106. So we'll see what that does. And today has already started, of course, so hopefully we'll get some decent sales today. It's a Sunday, so hopefully so. We'll check back in tomorrow. What's up? So today is February 16th. Just ended. Well, it's February 17th now. And the numbers were looking pretty crappy earlier. They ended up at 2.89 for today, which was Sunday. $296 generated from $102 in ad spend. Total of 8 purchases. So, not too bad, but not too great. Anyway, so these are the numbers, 2.89 for February the 16th. Tomorrow's probably going to be bad because Mondays often always are. So we'll get through Monday and then chew through the rest of the week. Until then, signing off. Today, because we're already into the next day. Didn't get a chance to record this last night. Yesterday, awful numbers. I don't know. Platform was real buggy yesterday. It seems like for a lot of clients doing really bad numbers yesterday, which is February 17th. So hopefully today is better, which today is February 18th, and I'll record this, and the numbers will be a bit better because these are really garbage numbers. Anyways, this is my update. So I need to go through the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. It's been 3 days. Sorry for the lack of updates. All right, so let's go to February 18th. February 18th. Total of 6 purchases. Return on ad spend 5.74. So much better than the 17th. 17th was for sure a shitty day. Let's see. Yeah, 0.93, Facebook roller coaster. And then the very next day, back to a 5.74, $102 in ad spend, and $586 in revenue. Let's go to the 19th. Did a 2.9. So we spent $106 and we got $309 back out at a 2.9. And yesterday, the 20th, Thursday, 5.76. So we spent $106.82 and we got $614 back at a 5.76. So those are the updates for now. We will update on today, February 21st, as soon as those numbers come through. I mean, you see all this stuff in here. None of it's changing. I haven't added anything new in here at all since I started. I'm trying to think, because like if anything, we put things into the creative testing, but I haven't added anything because we literally just launched this, so I haven't added anything in here yet. All the numbers are good. When the numbers are good, you don't want to touch stuff. You don't want to mess with it and just let it continue to do its thing. And as they start to kind of ebb and flow, we'll go in and look at the stuff that's performing poorly. I mean, we'll do a general kind of diagnostic check every like 7 days or so, just to see if there's any areas that we can kind of trim off that just are not producing anything that we want. But I mean, the ROAS is pretty solid at the moment. So anyways, nothing new has been added in there. I think anything that I would add new in would more so be around probably like some DPA ads or collection ads with video. I feel like that would do well, but that's just my personal guess, and I wouldn't know until I threw that into the creative testing campaign. So anyways, I think I started this on actually, did I start this on the 20th? No, I started this on the 25th or the 29th. So anyways, we'll do some more updates and keep on going. All right. Last I left off on was the 21st. Today is the 25th, so I got a couple days to get through here, but I'm starting to kind of notice that it doesn't really matter of going day by day by day by day. It's probably quicker if I just go through these recaps instead of doing these videos to put them together like that. So anyways, so here's the 21st, 2.92 ROAS, 312 for revenue, and $100 in ad spend, 106. Next day, 22nd, $105 in ad spend, $312 in revenue, 2.95. 23rd, Sunday, 1.61 ROAS, 177 revenue generated, 110 in amount spent. Nothing's changed. There hasn't been any changes in here. 24th, $108 in ad spend. This is Monday. $519 in revenue, 4.8 return on ad spend. And today we are at a dismal 0.9 so far. Probably have a decent amount of orders trickle in, but we only have $30 left to spend on for the rest of the day. So that's where we're at for right now. It's the 25th. 5 more days. So next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, this whole testing will be over. because I went from like, I think the 29th or the 30th. I think the 30th actually. 29th. Yeah, 30th. So 30th to the 30th, which would be a full calendar. So we got, yeah, until Monday. So as of right now, we're at like the first 25 days. $2,628 in ad spend, $12,100 in revenue, 4.6 ROAS. So we'll see where we end up in 5 more days. What's up, y'all? Okay, so last I left off, it was the 25th, and I don't believe that I had the numbers in yet for that day. Today is the March 10th, so it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So really, it's been like 4 weeks since I did an update on this, which is fine. You don't need to go through all of it, I guess. I was going to try and do this like every day at the end of the day, but I think having brevity with this and being fairly quick on it and letting you look at it with a bigger time frame is more important. So, okay, the 25th, we ended up the day on 3.66 return on ad spend, $396 in revenue, $108 spent for 5 purchases. The 26th, moving on. We did 2.86, $315 in revenue off $110 spent. The 27th, $111 spent, $419 in revenue, 3.77 return on ad spend. February 28th, $109 spent, $345 in revenue, 3.15 return on ad spend. The 29th, $106 spent, $402 in revenue for a 3.77 return on ad spend. March 1st, $103 spent, $182 generated for a 1.76. As you'll learn, the first of the month always sucks. Mondays usually always suck. It's not just the old saying of Mondays. It sounds like a Monday, but I mean, they just historically do perform a little bit lower. March 2nd, $104 spent, $110 in revenue with a 1.06 return on ad spend. March 3rd, $105 spent, $701 generated, 6.67 return on ad spend. March 4th, $104 spent, $474 generated, 4.53 return on ad spend. March 5th, 103 spent, 113 generated for a 1.1. March 6th, 105 spent, $780 generated, 7.38 return on ad spend. March 7th, $105 spent, $547 generated, 5.17 return on ad spend. March 8th, $106 spent, $207 generated, 1.94. Yesterday, March 9th, $104 spent, $31 generated, probably the worst one yet, 0.30 return on ad spend. And of course today, $48 spent, $44 generated, 0.92 return on ad spend. So that concludes this whole thing. Hopefully it helps in the sense of I don't know, just like seeing this stuff broken down visually. And this is how I'm running it. Acquisition, re-engagement, retargeting, retention, one creative testing campaign, which I haven't popped anything new in there, and the one-day retargeting purchase campaign. We started this little journey on January 29th. Yeah. And went to, March 10th. That's as much as I recorded. I'm going to clearly keep keep on running these campaigns, but just for a ballpark summary, $4,000 spent, $4,096, $18,140 generated for a 4.43 return on ad spend. So I think that's pretty good. And only better stuff should come for it. Let me see here. From active to inactive. Yeah, I mean, you look in here whenever I started, and I mean, just look at all that stuff. Like, there's really no changes that had been made in the account that's like super drastic over the course of almost like, I don't know, not 2 months, but more than a month and a half. Looks like some changes, active and inactive. Just trimming the fat on some of the campaigns, simply just turning off campaigns. I mean, nothing crazy in there is getting done. I'm not in there going in and tweaking audiences like crazy, updating ads like crazy. Like I literally set this shit up. I set it up one time. I'm confident in how we set this up, and this is for everybody that we work with. I'm super confident in how we set these campaigns up, and I don't have to worry about a lot of I don't know, tedious kinds of optimization that you would consider more so flipping switches and hacking the system, using CBO, using automatic placement, structuring out my campaigns the way that they should look, and focusing on each kind of journey, the acquisition side, brand new people that never heard of us before, the re-engagement side, re-engaging these people that have never heard of us before to get them a little further down the line, retargeting, okay? We're trying to get these people that in these two campaigns, get them across the finish line and make a purchase. Retention, pretty clear. We're trying to get people who have already spent money with us to spend more. We're testing campaigns out and ads, and then the one-day retargeting, which always kills. But I mean, even my creative testing, it's like 3.14. So, yeah, I'm sure there will be comments about questions and you know, strategies and this and that and this and that. So go ahead, post them if you want. I'll answer your questions in the comments section. And I think what would most be helpful in all this is breaking down this guy. My one-day retargeting purchase ad strategy and how I run that. Anyways, yeah, I appreciate you checking this video out and seeing how I run these campaigns from, I wouldn't say start to finish, but from start to almost kind of finish. But we're going to keep running these campaigns and running more sales, and it's almost St. Patrick's Day, so I'm sure we'll do something for that. But I appreciate you checking it out. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button. Share this with somebody that if they're running ads or having trouble or something, sometimes it just takes a little, it takes looking at somebody else and seeing what somebody else has done and trying something different. It's all about testing at the end of the day, but when you see it broken down like this, I think it's helpful for you to visualize what you should be doing and to simplify this. It's part of Facebook's Power 5 in how you're supposed to be running your accounts with auto advanced matching, account simplification, auto placement, CBO, dynamic creative, and forget there's one thing else. Maybe I already mentioned it. Anyways, it's part of the Power 5 of harnessing Facebook's machine learning and blah, 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 insert buzzword here, and get you good results. So take this to the bank and give it a whirl. Again, questions if you got them, shoot them over to me. I appreciate y'all checking this video out. See ya.